So welcome to the Alice simulation. Over the next hour or so, you're going to experience what it may be like to live in a low to moderate income household. You are trying to survive, you may be living in poverty or very close to it for the next month, which is going to be simulated today with 4 15-minute weeks.
But not very many people came to the clinic today. It was also very expensive at the clinic, so it was at a lower priority for many people to not get their health needs met. Were they making that rationalization? Do I need food, school, job, rent, or health? And what do people have to balance when they're looking at what they need to do? So it's a reality of how people have to weigh that every day.
First week, when the whistle blew, everybody's up, everybody's looking for services, everybody's running around trying to get things done. When the whistle blew for the fourth week, over half the room was still sitting in their house. Nobody was moving, and there was just a complete look of exhaustion on everybody's face. I mean, that's after an hour of doing this in a simulation. Imagine what that's like for families that are having to do this day after day, year after year.
The Alice simulation, for me, it was very powerful to be able to experience what this community goes through day in and day out. Even though this was just an hour simulation, I was able to experience what this community is experiencing, month in and month out, really trying to, get their bills paid, care for their children, find a job. And so it was really helpful to come from, the business side, being with Florida Blue. And when we think about healthcare and access to healthcare, that this community needs it. But given what they experience and what they're thinking about day in, day out, they're not thinking about healthcare. So how can we as an organization and businesses in this community lift up this community and really provide the resources to help them?
I think it was a great experience to learn about what people are going through in our community and how much education and the importance of education and how people are struggling and the real struggle that they're going through because of lack of knowledge of the resources available.
I feel like this experience is so important for the decision makers and the leaders in our community because it really helps us realize how hardworking families are really the engine of our economy. And we need to understand that it's not a zero-sum formula. We all do better when we all do better. And everything that we can do to help families in our communities thrive strengthens our businesses and our communities. And so please take the opportunity to come out and experience one of these Alice Summits.
Community leaders and people in positions that can help should take this kind of training so that way they can see the impacts of the people that are in their organizations, so that way they can be better prepared to help them. So yeah, I think it's a really valuable tool.
I definitely recommend other businesses, other community leaders, until you experience at least a snippet of what the Alice community is going through. I think it's hard to really read something on paper and really see how impactful it can be. So with the simulation, it's just, again, being able to go through it and experience it and see the heartaches that this community is dealing with day in, day out. It's so impactful.